It's just yesterday, news broke that Bud Light is back as the official beer of the UFC, and everybody was totally okay with it, Timmy. Nobody had any problems with it whatsoever. It was the least controversial thing the UFC has ever done. Obviously, I'm speaking in jest. Yep. Many of you, in case you're living under a rock over the past 6 or 7 months, Bud Light has been sort of had their feet held to the fire by a certain section of the political space for embracing a trans actress model. Dylan Mulvaney is her name, and they embraced her and sort of went woke, as some people like to say, that it was like pro-trans, pro-woke, that they caved into the woke mob, all this stuff. So it became a point of contention for people who started boycotting Bud Light because of it.
But honestly, the take we need on this situation was, of course, the man Colby Covington wants to be when he grows up.
Yeah.
Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
Didn't he have an interesting take?
Yeah, he went on, he took to Instagram and he basically said how it reeked of sarcasm. But he said how proud he was of Bud Light for switching up, and how he's gonna, quote unquote, fix them. I'm gonna help you, Bud Light. I'm gonna fix you guys. We'll show the video now.
So guys, I'm on my way to training, and I just found out Bud Light's a new sponsor. And goddamn, I applaud you guys. I am so fucking proud of you guys for doing the right things after that fuck up. You know how I feel about transgenders. I go fucking hard. Just what I do. I'm the biggest advocate of biological females. If I said my views on transgenders, I would get kicked off Instagram. But I cannot fucking wait to pick up a big old fucking Bud Light can and fix you, Bud Light, because you guys are doing the right fucking thing. I, Sean Strickland, a representation of the American people, are gonna fix you, Bud Light. Thank you for giving me money. Thank you for supporting my platform. I'm gonna help you guys.
If you look at the comment section of his post, he was also basically implying that he's going to go in on Bud Light. Like, they better hope that he does not get that they're going to have their microphone time cut on Sean Strickland at the upcoming middleweight championship press conference, because he will no doubt be making some comments about Bud Light. I don't foresee that this is going to be the end of what he has to say about it.
Wouldn't it be funny, because the UFC is pretty open about letting their fighters speak their minds, but it would be funny if they pulled him aside and they were like, listen, Sean, you say some wild stuff, but please don't talk bad about Bud Light, because they just gave us $100 million.
Yeah.
So
you can talk about trans people, you can talk about gays, you can talk about China, you can talk about blacks, but do not talk about our sponsors. Yeah. Either way, hey, whatever. Who cares, really? At the end of the day, it's just funny that Bud Light made that turnaround, but it also makes perfect sense in the end. So UFC brought to you by Bud Light. Get used to it. Deal with it. I saw people saying they're going to boycott the UFC. The people who say that probably, people weren't watching the UFC anyway. I'm guessing that like 4 months from now, nobody's going to care about this.
I can't even imagine a sponsor the UFC bringing on that would make me go, I'm going to boycott the UFC.
Right.
It has to be some pretty egregious shit.
Yeah. I mean,
but like, definitely not on the list.
I can't even think of a company that would be that bad, but I'm sure there's one out there.
Let me tell you something about Andrew. This is my boy right here. You disrespect him, you're disrespecting me.
Inside fighting, shout out to Inside Fighting.